No matter how bad things get at Columbia with the anti-Semitism, the destruction of the university's property, that president refuses to go and will not buckle down to Congress and fire the Jew-hating professors she has on her faculty. Let's start with the morons that are running Columbia University. If you haven't been living in a cave, Columbia, which, honest to goodness, is the college of Alexander Hamilton, one of the great geniuses who founded this country, very instrumental in rights to keep Americans, the new Americans, free, would roll over in his grave if he saw what they have done to Columbia. Quite honestly, having seen the juxtaposition of how Columbia is treating these jihadists on their campus, all in matching tents, all with pre-printed signs, all with the same script, right? It's obviously outside agitators organizing for the communists on campus who just can't make it to class because they're so busy trying to overthrow America and demonstrating for Hamas and another October 7th and jihad in America and on and on and on. And none of them seem to have an idea what they're talking about. And yet, President Nemak Shafiq, this complete idiot, has been before Congress now several times with that same look on her face, like, yeah, you got me again. Yeah, I'm not doing my job again. They are pushing on her hard to get rid of the professors that are preaching, I hate Israel, I hate Jews, Intifada revolution from the river to the sea, in the classroom at Columbia, one of the most expensive schools on planet Earth, supposedly one of the top 5 schools in America. I can't even imagine sending a child there anymore.
Oh my goodness, no.
Oh gosh, I don't. If it was free, you know, she says we condemn anti-Semitism that's so persuasive. We brought in security expertise, and in front of Congress, she keeps being asked, "Have you fired the professors like Joseph Mossad, who said the October 7th massacre was awesome and astounding?" No. Here's a shocker for you. She said before Congress, under intense questioning from, God bless her, Elise Stefanik from New York. I love this congresswoman, a Republican conservative, and I've had lunch with her personally. Very bright lady. She said, "Have you relieved him of his committee assignments?" Well, I'll have to look into that. Is he still teaching? I'm not sure. Has he been reprimanded? Well, we talked to him. In other words, Elise Stefanik did this. I'm looking at your website. He's still the chairman of the department. He's still teaching. You haven't done anything.
All they did was this. Just don't get caught next time.
Yeah, don't put it on X. People need that.
Yeah, don't put it where conservatives and thinking people will see it.
Guess what came out this morning? He is no longer going to be the chair of the academic committee he was running, not because he was fired, not because he was punished. His term expired.
Oh, wow.
In other words, they serve a certain amount of time as part of their teaching responsibility, and his term is expiring, so he's going to leave the chairmanship of the department.
But he's still at the school.
He's still in the classroom teaching hate, killing Jews, destroying Israel. He's a jihad-y in the classroom. He's a Palestinian with a PhD. When he was proposed for tenure, there were a dozen professors that wrote, please don't give him tenure. He's a revolutionary. He's going to bring the garbage into the classroom. And Columbia, because got to show both sides, got to be fair and balanced. Genocide, pro-genocide, anti-genocide. Those are the two sides, right? Like pro-Nazi, anti-Nazi, pro-KKK. And you got to show both sides, Will, right? And so People are afraid to go into his classroom because he is literally calling for mass murder. And this lady, I really want you, our audience, to focus. That lady should be thrown out of academia, should never have a job having anything to do with educating Americans, certainly not for $500,000 for a degree from Columbia. Columbia is a war zone.
It really is.
It looks like Serbia, during the 80s. It's horrible. And she still will not step up and say, I will fire the racists. I will fire the anti-Semites. Believe me, I want to get your call on this.
You know what, Barry?
If they were demonstrating, bring back slavery.
Oh my God, yeah.
And they were wearing white pointy hats, and they were burning crosses, literally in the courtyard of Columbia, they would have smashed those. You know what?
But Barry, but that's exactly what's happening here. That's exactly what's happening here. It's the exact same thing. But they don't want to say that it is because they're the ones pushing it. But you know what? They would have been the ones pushing the white pointed hats too. They would have been the same one. But there's laws in place to prevent them from doing it, and they don't want to come across of actually doing it, because they don't want to come across of people actually blaming them of doing such a thing when they're actually doing it. Then they turn around and tell everyone, well, people should be able to peacefully protest even if we disagree. All of these people, and majority of these people that are out here protesting, don't even go to Columbia. Don't even go to UCLA.
Thank you for bringing that up. That I literally am very grateful for that. In other words, they are showing people that show up with a script, and they arrange for the tents. So they're all matchy tents.
Oh, of course.
They arrange for supplies. They give out talking points. They pass out the keffiyehs, right? They pass out the Palestinian flags that are all on the same flagpole. They all look the same. And they teach them how to lock arms, right? How to chain yourself to a building, how to take down the American flag because it's a racist, misogynist, whatever, white supremacist flag.
Yep.
Put up the Palestinian flag where they kill gays, and on and on and on. And yet, this lady, for the last time, President Shafiq, will not do a thing.
No, and not going to, because this is what they want. They want to push this type of hatred into their colleges, into the students. They've been indoctrinating kids for years to have this belief. And what's really interesting to me is that you see a lot of children that are Jewish that were going there. They were receiving this indoctrination, and now light bulbs are going off. Like, wait a minute. We were supposed to be on the same side. And a lot of these students said, nope, we're not on the same side now because you're Jewish. That's it. We've been friends. We've had lunch together. We went to the library together. We even sat next to each other in class. We studied together. But now we have this issue. We're not together any longer. You and I, we are enemies right now. And this is what's happening at these colleges. Barry, this is 1930s, 1940s all over again, and it's starting up. It's starting up all over again. And if people don't speak out against this, it's going to get a lot worse. And I've mentioned this before.
I can't tell you how much I wish Dr. King was here today. He would go berserk.
Oh, they would shut him down. They would deplatform him. They would ban him.
Martin Luther King?
Oh yeah, they would censor him, shadow ban. They would say that he wouldn't be allowed on any platform if he were alive today.
You think so?
100%.
It's that bad?
100%. They would not allow they would silence Martin Luther King today if he was alive today. 100%.
I honest to God, I did not anticipate that statement from you. And now that I'm thinking about it, if it's true, I mean, it's all hypothetical. That tells you how bad things have gotten.
It's actually worse than we know. My personal opinion. We're talking about how bad this is right now, but I think it's actually worse. And I mentioned this to you the other day. The same people that are convincing these students that's funding all of this with these same tents that you just mentioned, The same people that's doing this are the same people that will convince people to put certain things on their bodies and go into the supermarket, to the meat market, to where innocent people are, and pull it. Can I say it like that? Pull it. And you understand what I'm saying? The same people that's convincing these students are the same people that convince others to do that. It's worse than I'm praying that I'm wrong, but I think it's worse than what we are even discussing right now.
Well, God forbid, because it has gotten so horrible. It almost makes Black Lives Matter look like a picnic.
Oh, it is. Oh yeah, the summer of love.
Yeah.
Yeah, the summer of love is going to be nothing compared to what I believe they're gearing up to do. Because Barry, when you remember, the first time they started protesting was TikTok, right? And then after TikTok, they couldn't do anything in TikTok, and supposedly TikTok is under fire. They moved it to the streets, Chicago, New York, right? That didn't pan out there. Los Angeles, they were moving in the streets. Even here in San Antonio, Texas, they were in the streets. When that didn't pan out, now they moved it to the college campuses. When they don't get what they want, when their demands are not met from these college campuses that they're infiltrated, what is next?
Intifada revolution. I mean, Intifada is an uprising that in Arabic includes shooting, stabbing, bombing, suicide bombing, car ramming, and so on, which is what the last Intifada meant. And the big one was horribly disruptive. And so many were killed and so many were maimed. It was just brutal. And these kids don't even know what they're saying. They're passed out talking points.
Yeah.
And when a microphone gets stuck in their face and they're asked to explain, they don't even know what Intifada means.
Barry, they don't even know what river it is.
or the sea. Is it the Nile? Is it the Mississippi? They don't know.
And I'm pretty sure you've seen the video with the young female saying, "Why are we out here protesting? We're just out here protesting against Israel." I don't know why we need to educate ourselves on why we're protesting against them. We're just out here doing it. This is like this for everything.
And on camera, she asked her friend, and she goes, "I don't know.
Everybody
was here, so I came." That's great. Enjoy your stay in jail.